Topic for this video is, am I an annoying Christian? This is my stream of consciousness series. If you would like to know what the heck I am doing, please go back to the intro video, which will explain it all. But I have 5 minutes now on a very interesting topic called, am I an annoying Christian? So, I'm not going to lie. I have not been very, I am not reticent to declare that I have been a Christian since I was a young boy. I am not a big fan of the church, mind you, the institutional church. Please understand that. I haven't gone to an institutional church in some time. I hope I get a lot of comments about why that makes me a backslidden Christian, because those would be fun to read. But I think I've had to come to this kind of conclusion where for a long time I have cringed at the word Christian applying to me, as opposed to someone who does follow Jesus with his whole heart, mind, and soul. But the word Christian, which was originally a negative term, it was like the followers of Christ were named. Constantine called them the Christians, and it wasn't exactly a positive term that he was using. But I have turned a corner where I've struggled to be known as a Christian because of the way certain Christians have acted. I realize that's just me being, well, kind of, that's an ego thing. And if I do know one thing about God, it's that he loves to destroy the ego. God and the devil have one thing in common. They both want to kill you. Just one has one in a bit of a different spirit than the other. So I guess the best way for me to explain this is I would love to sit down and have a conversation with my friend Christian. We'll call him Chris. If I was to sit down with Chris and try to explain to him, why he is an annoying Christian. I mean, and I'm saying this with the knowledge that I'm afraid of being seen as an annoying Christian, and I may very well be. This might be the most annoying video you've seen today, but we're just going to go with it. Let's see what happens. But if I was sitting down with Chris, I guess some of the things I would say to him would be, dude, okay, I really, we are on the same page as far as what is the very core of our beliefs. We believe in the same things, but where we differ is in our communication, in the way that we present ourselves to the world. Because it seems like you present yourself to the world most of the time like you're living back in the 1950s. You don't talk the way that people talk. You're suffering from Christianese. You have this way of speaking which sounds like you have an agenda for everything that you do. And when you're making friends with people, I can't help but notice that you seem to think that it's actually your job to be, if you're making friends with people, that it's your job to save them, even though the Bible's very clear. God is the one who draws the hearts of men. It's not you. And I can't help but have to need to remind you that one of the most misinterpreted scriptures in all of the Bible is, "Go ye therefore into all the world and make disciples of all nations." It actually doesn't say that. In the original Greek, it says, "as you go," which means as you're living your daily life. That means as you're at a bowling alley, as you're hanging out, you're just being. You're not trying to add a notch to the side of your plane, because I've watched you, and when you are connecting with people, you're not aware of the fact that they just are looking at you like you're trying to sell them. And I got news for you, dude. Nobody wants to be sold. Nobody wants to be sold. In my opinion, and I might be dead wrong. I might be a crazy person. But in my opinion, it is far more effective to do the one thing that Christians are supposed to do without the agenda. And that's just love. Just love people with your whole heart, soul, and mind. And what you're going to find when you do that, if they look at you and you're not living your life just as fearful as everybody else, and you're loving people instead, people are going to have questions for you. People are going to be like, what makes you different? You're not going to have to start those conversations. People are going to start them with you. But when you head out in the morning with the agenda to spread the good news, and you're wondering why it's not being effective, and I'm not talking about the times where it has been, I'm talking about as a whole, you need to get your kind of finger on the pulse of people, because most of the people out there can't stand the Christians, because unfortunately they have come across in such a way, unintentionally, with good heart intentions, but they've come across in such a way that when they are in relationship with you, that there's a mission behind it. Nobody wants to be friends with someone who has an agenda other than just to be with them, just the friendship, just the love. Just do that and see the difference, because I will promise you the fruit will be massively different. 5 minutes is up, because I could talk about that one for 17 straight hours. All right, so we're going to keep moving on. And our next topic is, it seems to be tying in together, being a bad Christian. I only had a few of these in here, but this one is being a bad Christian. Next video.